Tottenham Hotspur's trip to Brighton turned out to be a dramatic showdown that fans won't soon forget. Under gloomy skies at the Amex Stadium, Spurs held a 2-0 lead at halftime but were dealt a bitter blow in the second half, losing 3-2 after a thrilling Brighton comeback. Tottenham came out firing, showing early promise when Timo Werner and Brennan Johnson created a dangerous opportunity within the first minute. The pressure paid off in the 24th minute when Brennan Johnson slotted home a beautiful pass from Dominic Solanke, following a well-executed high press by James Maddison. Spurs doubled their lead before halftime, with Maddison adding a second goal, assisted by Werner in a smooth team play that left Brighton struggling. But just when Spurs fans thought they had it in the bag, Brighton flipped the script in the second half. Yankuba Minteh got Brighton on the board after Tottenham's defensive miscommunications allowed him to tap in an easy goal. Spurs' defense, led by Mickey van de Ven and Destiny Udogie, looked shaky as Brighton took full advantage of the opportunities. Soon after, Georginio Rutter equalized with a clinical finish after a dazzling run by Kaoru Mitoma. The tide had fully turned when former Arsenal man Danny Welbeck, seeking redemption after a first-half miss, headed in Brighton's third and final goal to seal a famous comeback. Tottenham boss Ange Postecoglou made some late substitutions, but it wasn't enough to stop Brighton's momentum. The late collapse left Spurs fans frustrated, especially after a promising start. The squad had been riding high on a 5-match winning streak and could have climbed to 6th place on the Premier League table with a victory. Instead, they now sit in 9th, with plenty to reflect on during the upcoming international break. For Tottenham, this defeat was as puzzling as it was painful. Their energetic start was wasted, and defensive lapses, poor performances from key players like Rodrigo Bentancur and Christian Romero, and Ange Postecoglou's questionable late-game tactics all played a role in the downfall. Brighton, meanwhile, delivered a statement performance, capitalizing on every mistake. With 2 weeks to regroup, Spurs will have to shake off the sting of this loss and refocus on their next challenge. Can they bounce back and correct their defensive issues, or will this loss linger in their minds? Only time will tell. Match highlights. First half, Spurs dominated, with goals from Brennan Johnson, 24-foot, and James Maddison, 44. Second half, Brighton roared back with goals from Yankuba Minteh, Georginio Rutter, and a late header from Danny Welbeck. Key takeaways. Tottenham's defense crumbled in the second half, and Brighton capitalized. Spurs' promising start under Postecoglou hit a major bump, and the squad will need to recover quickly. Brighton, on the other hand, pulled off a massive comeback to ignite their season. This loss is a reminder of just how unpredictable the Premier League can be and how even a comfortable halftime lead can vanish in minutes. Fans are in for a long break to stew over this one,